Hello, everybody. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to another video. All right, you guys. So here's the thing. I did not have enough time to finish editing videos so that you would have a Vlogmas Day 13 video. So you're getting a live video tonight. I apologize. I do have some videos that I'm working on. We had meetings all day today, and I did not get a chance to jump in with editing. I have not been in my office. We had team meetings, and I went to the elective team. I don't have a team at my specific school I was at today, and I actually should have been at the other school. But so I went to elective team meeting, and then we had a training for like de-escalation training that everybody, hey ma'am, good to see you, that everybody need to be trained on, and then our evaluation system training. So I went to that so that I would have it. Hey everybody, good to see you all. I am, for the first time in about 10 days, I would say 8 to 10 days, I actually feel good. The coughing in my chest is much better. I still feel a little bit hollow, but it is much better. Thank you so much for asking and for praying for me, for those of you who did. So I did not have enough time to get a video edited. So I said, well, let me just I had some videos ahead, but they're not feeling good. It takes you out. And when you don't feel well, I mean, it's nothing. Hey now, good to see everybody. So I did get a child support deposit today, and I was going to budget that with you all. Now, here's the thing, right, with budgets. And I know that this is just how it is. There's so many things that are happening. And as soon as you get a good plan in your head, what's gonna, what you need to do, something else jumps off. It's the devil, and he bald-headed, and I hate him. I was in my car the other day, and I pulled up into the gym, and I noticed in the reflection of the door that there looked like there was something hanging down under my car. Now, I am very mindful of my vehicle. First of all, I have one vehicle. I have Jackson that I have to drive around. Sister will ride with us on Sundays. Most times she's driving herself. But I'm mindful. Are my tires good? Do I have any lights popping off on the dashboard? Anything weird? I want to be mindful because I'm a woman and I don't know a whole lot. And I need to, okay, who do I need to ask? Where do I need to go and all that? So when I saw this strangeness hanging down under my car, the first thing I thought was, you know what? My motor gonna fall out. I'm thinking something under here is wrong, bad. And then it's like, how am I going to get, how can I afford to get it looked at? Well, fortunately for us, one of the guys that goes to our church, Brother Wayne, is a mechanic. And he does his own little independent stuff after he gets off from work, like on weekends and evenings and stuff. So he's come over and looked at a few things. He's worked on quite a few people's cars at the church. But typically I go to Toyota because I want to make sure if I ever sell my vehicle, they have an accurate record of all the maintenance that's happened. Although I'm not looking to sell my vehicle. Toyota vehicles, you can drive them to 1,000,000 miles, and child, I'm about to drive this one till the wheels fall off. So but I want to make sure I have an accurate record of all of my maintenance. So I typically go to Toyota, but I know they're always trying to upsell you something. And I kept thinking, as soon as I take this in here, they're going to tell me it's a lot of money. Hey, ma'am, good to see you. So I called brother. I texted him this morning, didn't call. I had Jackson go take a picture of it. And then I texted Brother Wayne really early this morning. And I said, hey, Brother Wayne, I'm not sure if you have any time, but if you're able, this is what I'm seeing under my car. And he said, sure, I'll come by this evening. So he came by today at 6. But I'm still thinking, how much is this going to cost me? Because all of my money is accounted for, or, it's already pre-spent, or it already has categories that it has to go to. And so fortunately, he said something about the underpinning had come loose and he pinned it back up. Whatever he did, I should not be seeing anything under there anymore. And I trust him. He's done stuff on the car, on sister's car for sure. And like I said, he works on other cars at the church. So I felt good about that, but I still had to pay him. And it was money that I wasn't planning. That's totally fine. It didn't cost me 10 times what it would have, what I paid him tonight just to come and look and do that little bit. It would have cost me 10 times that at the Toyota dealership. I just know that. I know how business runs, and it is what it is. Fortunately for me as well, I did another social media job. I'm helping with some social media work, and I got paid for that. I actually have to do some filming later in the week. Well, later, yeah, I've got to do some stuff up front, and then I got to do some filming later, but I got paid. And Jackson and I just did a couple weeks worth of uploads for that particular person. So she pays me to do the visionary, all of the graphic design work. And then she pays Jackson to do the scheduling. I just don't have time to do all of that. So we're making a little side job here and there, and it's helping because I have to go to Texas in a few months to go to a pastor's, a ladies conference. And I just need to make sure that I can pay for it up front. So anywho, I'm not going to talk long because I do have to prepare for teaching later tonight. So I got a deposit of $216.46, and then I deposited $150. Now that was for that job. So I'm going to share my screen so that you all can see me kind of work this out and put it in. If for some reason if you message on the screen and I miss it, I'll get it on the back end because my other phone is charging. So I'll catch it on the back end. Okay. So I'm going to go right here to child support. So I did get child support. Today is the 13th. Is that right? And I got $216.46. Oh. So let me do the math. $584.84, and then $216.46. So $801.30 is what that comes out to be. Okay. And then I have to figure out, I'm going to put it down here because I don't know what else to call it at the moment. It's social media work. So I'm going to put that in, and I'll just say, I'm going to put in a note that says social media work, which is what I did or am doing. Okay. And that's for that particular. So that takes us now to $2,916.30. So we're in the week of the 10th through the 16th. I feel like I'm yelling, y'all. I apologize. So let me go to that week, and I'm actually going to back out of this just a tiny bit. So we're on, today is Thursday. Okay. So that's going to give me, and I really need to do this separately because I like to keep monies separate in my brain. So let me manage this $216.46 really fast, and then I'm going to come back to manage the $150. So $22 of that, of course, is tithe. I'm always going to pay tithe off of everything that the Lord brings into this house that he allows me to put my hands on. I try to teach my children the same principles. Whether they learn it or not, they do pretty well. So 22, that's going to leave me with $194.46. Then I do a gift of 11. That's going to give me $183.46. Then I did 25 goes into Jackson's savings. So that's going to give me 113. So go to Jackson. I think I'm done with Jackson's savings because I gave him, make sure. Jackson. Okay, that's $25 for Jack. Okay, I did stop and pick up some extra groceries today. So that was 40, it was like $38. So $38 is what I spent at the grocery store. So that's going to give me 75.46 left. $38 for the grocery items. Okay. Now, for the 150, that's leaving me with $75.46 left out of the child support. So out of the 150, $15 goes to tithe. So now I'm going to go down and adjust that number. So I did 22 plus 15 is 37. Okay. Half of 15 is $7.50, so $8 is going to go here, so that'll be $19 there. I'm just making adjustments. 7. What do you need, lovely? Uh-huh. Oh, okay. She's right there. So 127. Then Brother Wayne came and took care of my car for me. So repairs, I actually paid him $40. That was for Brother Wayne. So I'm going to take that out of this money over here, which that's going to give me $35.46 and the 127. Now, I had an expense of $60. That was a personal mom expense that I just needed to do last night. It was an online purchase. That's going to come out of the 127. So that's going to give me $67 left there. So let me see. Where's miscellaneous? Miscellaneous. It wasn't blow money, but I can't think of anything else to call it. Do I have a personal account? I think I do. It's not hair or anything like that, but I do have one that says personal. Yeah, see. I'm going to put it down here because it's not hair or anything like that. I still got this, and I'm going to wear this for a little while. Okay, so that gives me $67 left out of the 150, and then 35 left. Oh, wait. Hold on, because I didn't do the dogs. Thank you, Rachel. Rachel reminded me about the dogs. The dogs, I'm doing their for their yearly exams because it always costs me a lot at the last. That cost me $40. So it's $40 a month for 12 months is enough for both of the dogs to have all their stuff. So that's going to give me $52 left, which I'm going to put in my travel fund. Let me go back and make sure I'm not missing anything. And if anybody sees anything that I'm missing, let me know. Travel should be down here somewhere. Traveling is going to be $52. Not as much as I would have liked to save, but it'll do for now because I got to make sure that I can pay for that plane ticket. I'm just concerned about the plane ticket. I'm not concerned about the room right now because I still have time to save for that. But the plane ticket, of course, you know, when you book your flight, you got to pay that right then. So all total, $2,916.30. We still get a little more child support will come in. And then I'll actually get a full paycheck at the end of this month for September. So we'll actually have our first paycheck budget the end of this month for September. And a lot of teachers at school are just feeling it because it's been a while since we got paid. And if you don't put money aside, you're going to be struggling trying to make those ends meet. So the mortgage is paid at $1,122.11. So remember, in September, I'm going to try to find $28 from somewhere to make that $150 or $27.89 to be exact, because I want to make that extra little bit of a payment. I know sometimes it doesn't seem like it does a lot, but a little bit extra here, a little bit extra there will change your life. The electric is 186.69. That's paid. The water and sewer is paid at 82.84, and my cell phone is paid at 45. The internet is paid, but y'all, I really think that I need to go back to that Verizon internet because it was only $55 and they lock you in for 3 years. I really think that I'm going, because this was 98, now it's at 100. And I'm not about to be paying these prices up every time. So I really think that I'm going to go back and check out that Verizon internet and see if they can fix my life, because that extra $45 could be the extra money I needed for the mortgage. See how that works out? You just got to be mindful of these things and sit and chat with yourself or your buddy, whoever you have with your finances that helps you. Household repairs, I didn't put any money there. I probably should, but I will make it a point to put money there the next time. Mr. Jerome, we already did his money. I've already done sinking funds. So I've done the recycling, the pest control, the yearly spray. What I figured is if every time I got a child support, I would do at least something on a sinking fund, then at least the funds would be sank, because all those things are for the home and Jackson lives here. And so again, I have to prep myself to feel better about spending money for those types of extra things. But if, today we caught a lizard in the house. It was a tiny one, but we live in the country and they are out here. And I don't want any type of bugs, pestilence, whatever in this house. So we do have them come and spray every 3 months. Now, if I had a husband that enjoyed outside stuff, we probably wouldn't even have a company because he would do it. Could I do it? Probably so, but it's one less thing I got to think about. And my termite bond is coming due in the September. It's $170. So I've been saving up. That's that yearly spray on there. I've been saving up for that. So I should have enough to cover it, if not just a few dollars off, because I think it went up again this year. Excuse me. But they do that every year, and then every 10th year they come back in and redo for the termites. So last year is what they did. They redid, they drilled holes and made sure that they sprayed all the stuff for termite bond. So I already did those sinking funds. Amazon Prime is done. PureFlix is done. Oh, my gym came out. I'll just put it on this week. It already came out. And Jackson's came out as well. So I'll just put it on Monday because it came out. So let me see if I can go back and find it. Probably came out last week, but I don't remember when. So my gym is out at 29. Jackson's gym is out at 30. That came, I got that on my bill, on my bank. Jackson, I did his clothes. He actually went to get clothes shopping, so he spent that money. Of course, he'll get more money next month. We have a plan because he is growing and he will need things, but he works. So I said, even if you just put to the side $20, $25, $40 every month, $20 this paycheck, $20 next paycheck, I'm giving you $50. That'll give you at least the extra $90 to $100 per month if he needs clothes things. Now, Dad is going to send him some back to school money. He already said he was sending an envelope. He did it last year. I never want to assume. So I told Jackson, I'm not sure what your dad will do, but he's always made sure they had like tennis shoes and their book bag. He's always done that all the years. And so those are things that I just haven't had to worry about in quite a few years. And of course, Jackson wants those high price, expensive shoes, and I'm just not paying for that. And so Dad would say, hey, I'll get the shoes. He only gets 1 or 2 pairs a year, but that's what he does. I let him do it. And that's between them. He gets a address envelope with his name on it. I don't go through it. I just hand it over. But he's becoming very responsible with his money to know where things are going, which is helpful because next year he's going to be in college. I am at a little bit of a crossroads. We'll talk about it in just a second when I can see y'all, because I can't see anybody right now. Okay, moving down. Now, I don't know where those groceries went. I know I put groceries in there. Oh, my formula is gone, and I don't know why it's gone. I'll fix that. But my formula's gone, so that's why you're not seeing that that number. There should be a number in there, that $38, but my formula is missing. Anytime you take out those formulas, it messes up your sheet, so it's not even probably going to calculate right. But we'll keep going. I'll fix that. But $38 for groceries, and then eating out was $13.15. I'm getting my nails done. The PO box is done. For traveling, $305 is there. Jackson's money is all done. So I still have to go tomorrow. I need to remember, I probably can't do it till Friday because I'm working far from home tomorrow. I have to go to another meeting to get their heartworm, flea, and tick meds for the dogs. I didn't get it yet, but I need to get it. So that number is going to go up by $90 about ish. But that $40 is for their yearly exams. Okay, moving forward. Gas was 120. Oil change, I did a sinking fund. I did the $40 there was not for the tires for the sinking fund. That was actually for Brother Wayne. 145, that's for insurance. Now, my insurance renews September 1st, so we have to pay it by August 31st. So one of the things is my credit card, the renewal cycle happens on the 4th of the month. So what I told sister, because she already has her money saved and I have my money saved, and we're actually paying a little bit less. Last time we renewed, it was like almost $1,700. This time it's a little bit over $1,400. So we got a little bit of a discount. So she's got her money, I got my money. We're going to go ahead and pay that on the credit card and then just pay the credit card off. The reason why I'm doing that, and I only use my credit card if I have the money saved already, is because I'm trying to earn the points. My credit card is not a cashback card. It's a points card for the hotels because I travel and I'm trying to get points because I'm going on another trip. And if I could pay for it with points, that saves me money. So if I have a bill that comes due, then I'll pay that with the credit card and then immediately pay the credit card off. So this past week, the kids went shopping for their clothes. Jackson already knew what he was spending. Sister already knew what she was spending. So I used my credit card to pay so I could get the points. And then because we knew what money was already allocated, I just went ahead and paid the card off. So I have a zero balance on that card, except for the one thing that I did last night, and I'm getting ready to go pay that now. Well, it won't populate for like 2 days. So by Friday, I should be able to pay that. It's like $59 and some change. So $60. And then I'll be able to pay that. And it just gets me points, but my balance still stays at zero. So I want to go ahead and pay the car insurance before we get to the 31st, because I don't want to take a chance that it'll populate after the 4th and we incur a fee because we ran over, because it renewed. That renewal cycle's on the 4th. So if we go ahead and pay it within the next week or so, then I know that it'll populate early and then I can pay it before that renewal cycle. Because when I was paying for sister's clothes yesterday, it said, typically it just says, do you want to pay your balance or do you want to pay something different? But yesterday, because that renewal cycle is coming close, it says, do you want to pay the minimum $40 due? And I was like, I don't even want to be fooling up with no minimums. Just let me pay the balance, whatever I owe on here, and then it's done. So that card is very up to date. It just has yesterday's purchase on it because I needed to do that last night, but I have the money to pay it. I hope that makes sense. So the $145, I'm still going to put that in that insurance, because even after I pay it this month, I still got to save so that we're a month ahead, so that when it comes due again, I'm not waiting for that last month to put the rest of the money in there. I'm just kind of trying to be a little bit of a month ahead in that insurance. I do also have to pay my taxes by the end of September. So I got to get my oil change. I think I'm going to have to get some brakes. I may even get Brother Wayne to do the brakes because I know he'll charge me cheaper. And then inspection, and then I can pay my taxes and get my sticker in September. So that happens all in September. Tithe so far is 96. Offering is 49. 75.99 is for extra money, miscellaneous. I don't have a miscellaneous category. And right there where it says savings, that $500 is actually in my travel fund because I have to pay for a flight to go to San Antonio. And so because I need to pay that to go to San Antonio, I just did not put it in savings. I just put it in the travel fund. Now, after I pay that flight off, I haven't booked it yet. After I paid, and I'm trying not to wait too many days because it just keeps going up. But the registration for that event is not open yet, and I don't want to run into I really hate paying for it and then something happened and they're like, we'll give you a flight credit. I don't want a flight credit. I want my coins because I may not need to go somewhere after that. So I like to just make sure I know what days I'm traveling for sure. Then I'll book the flight, then I'll pay it, and then that'll be done. So that does put me at $2,711.78. But go back and notice this, y'all. The $40 or the $38, whatever I put for the groceries, is not showing up. So that's going to take me down to like $164. And then for the dogs, I still need to spend about $90. So that's going to put me at like 70 some dollars left, maybe a little bit less than that. 164. Yeah, it'll put me like at $74 in the account running, and that'll be what I have. So as soon as I'm going to go copy that formula back into there, but I'll have to go to another sheet and pull it in. But that's kind of where we are right now. So we really only have about 74 bucks or so in the account, which is fine. I like to leave a little something in there in case I forgot something, and it all works out. We still have, let me stop sharing that right now. We still have all of my social platform monies will be coming in around the 21st, 2nd, 3rd of the month. So still another week or so out, 10 days out before those monies will come in. And then, of course, they will go towards next month's bill. So I'll put those monies in for next month, September, so that we can pay whatever bills we need to pay out of that. We do get one more child support. It's a little small one because we've gotten the majority of that right now. So here's the dilemma. And I probably need to do a different video on this. Jackson is going to graduate a year early. Now, according to the guidelines of child support, he will get child support until he's 18, as long as he's in school. So he is slated to go to college. However, he can only go to a 4-year school if he gets scholarships, because I've never let my children take out loans to go to, it's just not a thing. Here, we have an agreement with the community college. So any high school senior that graduates from one of our schools can go to the community college for 2 years for free. It's called it's our county guarantee. They have a consortium with the community college. Those kids can go for free. So I'm more leaning towards letting him do the community college route for the freeness of the money, of the education. Get those 2 years. They have an engineering degree program. He can get his associates and then transfer into the 4-year school. He's smart enough to get a scholarship or multiple scholarships. So I'm just trying to make the best decision for Jackson. I still feel like he'll be so young to go off from home, but they're going to go off from home eventually. But I don't want him to incur debt for school. And if he can do the community college for free, I'd much rather go that route. He would not prefer that. He wants to move away from home, just like the rest of them did, and it's fine. The other thing is we are looking at the military. I never thought that Jackson could do the military because of his asthma. Well, we've done some research, and 2024, I believe, they wrote something in where if you have, like, people couldn't get in for allergies and, just little penny ante stuff. He would have to get a waiver from his doctor and they would have to accept the waiver. But I'm looking at him going into JROTC and then going into the military as an officer, because he would have already had his 4 years of school and get a degree and then go into the officers program. So a couple things we're just trying to work out with Jackson, but I do not want him to incur bills. And if he goes into the military, he wouldn't be deployable, but he would still be able to work in a particular branch, any of them, and get money for college. So those are kind of the things that we're thinking about. Now, if he signs into the military, his child support stops immediately because he would be grown in the military. His dad would have to sign, I would have to sign, but we signed for my older son. We signed for Trandon because he was not 18. But we both signed and it worked out just fine. But that's just how it is, and kind of a couple things we're thinking about. But that's where the budget is for right now. We're good. I'm thankful that the car wasn't more problems than it could have been. And I'm thankful that I knew somebody, because taking it to the Toyota place would have cost me way more money. And at this point in my life, I can't afford a car payment, and I don't want to have a car payment. I've gone this long without having one, and it's been a blessing. I just need to move along. Now, you guys have helped me so much that it looks like my next rollout will be a little bit more than it was this time. I think last time I got like 240 something. He's a toss up for his military service. Right now, he doesn't think he wants to, but he's smart enough to do it. My older children, Trandon always knew he was going. Shamika came around to going. We think that if we can encourage him to see the benefits of it, he would like it. He is going to take the ASVAB to see what he would score, to see what jobs he might get. I think he just doesn't want to have a job he doesn't want more than he doesn't want to go in the military. Does that make sense what I'm saying? Depending on your score determines what job you get. And so I think that's more of a concern for him, because he does want to be an engineer, which he's smart enough to do, and he should do fine on the ASVAB. So we're going to see how it goes. If nothing else, I like having the option. Even if he chooses differently, I like him having that option, because even his doctor was like, well, what about the military, Jackson? She's like, I think you can do a waiver. So she was the one who kind of got us to thinking. He did the research on his own. I didn't do it for him to see what that would entail. So I don't know. It's just out there on the floor. It's all the things on the floor. So you guys have done a great job of watching the videos, and I know doing Vlogmas has helped me, but I didn't have a chance to edit my video for today. So that's why you're getting this budget video. So I appreciate that. Next month looks like we're going to be over the $300 mark, which is perfect. I'm like, oh, praise God. It's going up. The watch hours and time is going up, but I need to double that watch time. I really do. I have like, or double my views? I need to double my views. We're like 59,000 views. There was a point in time where we were over 100,000 views per 28-day cycle. And so I need to push those views up and that watch time up. And that comes as I continue to do Vlogmas and vlog every day, because I'm just not at that point where I can do one video a week and it's enough. It's just not. My platform's not that big. So I'm going to keep working towards it. And we're going to get there eventually, because I would like to be able to have at least $1,000 extra in my socials throughout my platforms, because that's what child support has been. So I got to make sure that I can manage to get that much extra, so that when child support does stop, I'm not trying to figure out where's $1,000 more. So between all the things I have going, the extra jobs I take here and there, and I might even work next summer. I haven't even decided that yet, but I may have to get a summer job. and that'll be okay as well, right? I've not worked in a long time in the summer. I just need to find something that I can do, kind of reception. I don't want to be working at no fast food. That's not what I'm doing. But something like that, just kind of a stand in for somebody who maybe want to take a vacation or something like that. Might be something good, or something I can do from home that still is actually a job. The last thing I want to say before I go, because I got to prep for tonight, I put out on my community tab the other day, and I rarely ask for things, but y'all, I wish I'm gonna film it where I can show y'all how the degrees goes up in the office that I'm in. It's a classroom, and I'm sharing with a partner. But when you walk in that room, it is sweltering. It has got to be what the hinges of hell feel like. I'm telling you right now, get saved and don't do it the other way, because it's too much. And so I was thinking, Lord, it is just hot in here. And so I put out on my community tab, if the Lord had put it on your heart to help us get a portable air conditioner, please. And I just threw it out there, y'all. Do you know that I went the other day into my Cash App, and a couple people had Cash Apped me? That was amazing. I didn't expect it. I didn't even get a like a notification. I just happened to go in there. I'm like, Lord, any blessings come through? I'm trusting God in every area. And there was a couple that said for school or school supplies. And so I did go on to Amazon last night, and I found a cooling mister thing. You can sit it on your desk, and you put ice cubes in it, and it will blow cool air. At this point, any air is better than no air, because the air conditioner in our classroom does not work at all. I was in there yesterday, and it went from 75, then it was at 76 and a half, 77, it was at 79, sometimes it's 89, and it just never works. So that did bless me. I have it in my cart, and a little warranty in the cart in case something happens, but I'm going to order that tonight. So if you bless me, I appreciate that, to help us with that, because it's hot. Now, I'm not trying to get something to cool that whole room, because my partner can do what they need to do. And if they put any additional people in there, they need to take care of it, just like I'm going to take care of me. But I'm getting something that can just fit my little cubicle space, because I'm too perimenopausal to be hot in that degree. Now, my other school is not like that. It's cool, but it's cooler in the hallway in my building than it is in my office classroom space. And it's just terrible. And the custodian came in today. She said, did the air conditioning guy come in here? I said, no, ma'am. She's like, I haven't seen him. And if he does, it lasts 1 day, 2 days, and then it goes right back to the way it was. I mean, I don't know how many work orders we put in last year, but it was not enough for them to fix it. So thank you again so much. I really hate to ask, but you don't know until you ask, right? And I didn't even know what I was going to be able to afford, but I found something, and it has good stars. Like, I even went to look at the reviews. So it has a 5-star review. I'm taking it. I'm in that office three days a week, unless I don't have another school for some reason, but I'm just going to do that and call it a day. So anywho, there is the update. Like the video, share, subscribe, follow, do all the things. I am getting ready to teach tonight. So if you're joining me for the teaching, I'll be on the other channel or my other platforms. I do hope to see you there. Get those budgets done. It's always good to see where the numbers are, what you need to be thinking about, what you need to be doing, and all of that. I actually had caught where I didn't see money in my travel account, but I had a lot of money in my main checking account. And I'm trying to think, why do I have money? There should not be any money in there. And I had forgotten to move it into the travel account. I always like to move that money so I really know what's in my main account. And if I know it's low, hey, it's low, but all the bills are paid, right? So anywho, just do your budgets. That just gives you a good thought process on where things are, how things are, and how you need to move. I do appreciate you guys so much for stopping by. Love y'all, and see you next time. Bye, everybody. Thank y'all for joining me.